Hey there, welcome to AI After 50. This is the podcast for experienced professionals ready to learn and develop their AI skills. I'm Mark Tennant, and each week we'll be working on enhancing your training and developing your AI expertise. So if you're over 50, this is your path to becoming AI confident and professionally indispensable. Here we are. This is the pilot episode, and I'm so glad you've joined us. We're all learning here together, and especially with a new podcast, I thought we should record 3 to 4 minutes, maybe longer, about what we're about and what the podcast is going to offer you and why you should come back every week. So AI After 50, it's designed for professionals with many years of experience, as I am one of those folks. And those that want to become AI literate, you still have to work for a few more years, so you need to know this stuff and you need to know how to use these tools in a professional environment. So while we focus on those over 50, we're practical, we're no nonsense here. Everybody and anybody is welcome here on the podcast. So this is a hands-on podcast, meaning maybe a little bit different than what you're used to. We'll be going through exercises every week using various AI tools, but mainly we'll be using ChatGPT because it's the most common. You've probably heard about it, and their free version is a great way to start, and it gives you what you need to really work here on the podcast. So starting on January 13th, 2025, new episodes will drop on Mondays, complete with actionable AI learning that you can actually use. No tech jargon here. So putting it into perspective, I hesitated to talk about myself, but I think I have to on this first episode just to put everything into perspective and where I'm coming from. So I've been studying AI, artificial intelligence in some form for about the past 8 years, machine learning and a couple other things, but there was not really much out there after that until a couple of years ago when I started on generative AI. And that's what ChatGPT and all the tools you're hearing about are, generative AI, meaning it generates something that never existed before it with a text or a voice prompt. And we'll talk about that as the series goes on. Generative AI, as I said, is what ChatGPT does, and I teach AI workshops to businesses, nonprofits, and different organizations here in Northeast Ohio. Mainly, the folks that are in the audience are seasoned professionals because they're usually at a higher supervisory level because those are the folks we want to get and become AI literate first, and then it spreads down to the masses. So I've worked with Microsoft Copilot, Google Gemini, which is Google's ChatGPT, if you will, Perplexity, which is AI search. We'll be talking about that a lot here in the podcast. Me, 30 years of experience IT, that is really my background in hardware and software support. Right now, I work for a medical manufacturing company, a really large one. Look at my LinkedIn profile, Mark Tennant, you'll see who I work for. And I am an e-learning developer, which means I develop courses for our field service engineers all around the world. We even use some AI as well. So learning it and using it every single day. And then for about 15 years, I worked at one of the top medical schools here in the world. I worked at the med school and supported researchers. Basically, 8 years I've been studying this stuff, and we're all still learning together. So of the things we're going to talk about here on the podcast, there are 3 topics that will always keep top of mind. And we might not address all 3 in every episode, but you'll see as we go along, these topics will always be there. It's positive impacts of what AI offers and what it can and can't do. Challenges and concerns. I know there's a lot of concern, especially with us older folks who've never even seen this stuff work. We're going to put those fears at rest, and we'll also talk about training and adaptation, especially for the challenges and the concerns and the fears of AI. 100%, I totally get it. But the training, what we offer here on the podcast, it's going to allow you to meet those challenges and concerns head on because you're going to be working with these tools. You're going to know what the AI can do, what it can't do, and what they're capable of. So being able to pass that knowledge on to coworkers as well. And that's one of our goals, to really minimize the concerns and challenges here on the podcast. Training and adaptation, that's what we're all about. So as the podcast takes shape, we'll be covering all 3 of these topics every week. And as I said, maybe not all 3 every week, but they'll all be top of mind. So with every week and every episode, we'll provide notes, show notes of what we went over, the exercises and so forth. So you can download those and they'll be in the show notes. And then during your off time, you can create your own pattern of learning at your own pace. And we've got 6 days between episodes to learn things. So it's actually a great way to just keep on learning when you're not listening to the podcast. However, if you're one of those folks who maybe is a go-getter and wants to learn a little bit more, we offer premium show notes in the form of a newsletter. So if you sign up for our newsletter, and we have the link here in the show notes of where to go to do that, we will send you premium show notes. And what those are is maybe a couple of more exercises based on the topic for that week, and maybe some more tips as well to keep you sharper and keep you ahead of the game as well for that particular episode. So sign up for that, our podcast AI After 50 newsletter. We'd love to have you on that. And that's about it. So I invite your questions. I invite your concerns. What do you want to learn? Let me know. Mark@marktennant.net is my email. I'll have that in the show notes. This is what we're all about. So starting on January 13th, 2025, episodes will start dropping. If you're listening to this after January 13th, 2025, click on over, join us. We'd love to have you. And it's time to get ready. It's a new year. Be ready for it. And also, subscribe wherever you get your favorite podcast so you don't miss an episode. Once again, I am Mark Tennant. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you'll be with us next week for episode number 1. Take care.